Some people make money. Some people make disgusting amounts of impact and change an entire industry. And it is based on the art of the competitive advantage. And no one understands this. If you can just actually listen to this video, you can figure out how to see things that nobody else is seeing that can catapult you further in your business, catapult you further in TikTok shop, e-commerce, sales, whatever you're in. It really doesn't matter, because once you understand how to find competitive advantages, you can never lose. The first competitive advantage I found was when I was 17 years old and I was the #2 ranked TikTok shop affiliate on the entire app. It says we made $100,000 in a single day. That's not true, but it wasn't that far away from that, because clearly we were the #2 ranked TikTok shop affiliate. This allowed me to buy one of my dream cars, move out to Miami eventually. And now I'm 19, I've generated millions of dollars on the internet. I even invented a new business model, TikTok shop automation, from scratch. And there's one thing I pride myself on more than anything else, and it's being able to find the competitive edge that nobody else can see. And at the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do this and why everybody misses it. And so the first thing I want you to understand before we go any further is that everything is a funnel. There's literally no exception to this. Every single thing is a funnel. You make one bad decision, it's not just one bad decision. You go and you feel an emotion from that decision, and you feel the compound effects for days and days on end. Now, if you make a good decision, it's the same thing. It funnels you to more good results. So everything is a funnel. Now, take adversity, for example. Every entrepreneur, if you're watching this video, you're clearly ambitious. You're going to hit adversity at some point. Not everything is going to be perfect. You know that, and that's fine, and that's why you're here. So adversity happens. Which way are you going to go? Now, there's two groups of people here, and only two. You can either go the mass route, which most people do. And so when an adversity happens, let's say a payment processor gets stuck, or your girlfriend dumps you, or something bad in your life happens that is outside of your control, the masses start to feel fear. They start to feel scarcity. And this is why the abundant side of people are so willing to share. The abundant side of people are so different than the masses, because the masses are in a consciousness of fear and scarcity. Everything is about, how can I not lose? How can I just pay my rent? How can I make $3K a month? How can I make $5K a month? The lowest form of consciousness, and this is 95% of the population, in this fear and scarcity when adversity happens. Now, everything's a funnel. So what happens after you feel that fear and scarcity? You feel the fear and scarcity, and then you start to think of the lack. The problem with this is that creativity and fear cannot coexist. So the second you start to feel fear, rather than relaxing yourself when you have adversity, calming yourself down and tapping in to your creative psyche, you get scared, you focus on the lack, and now you start to see all the things that are based on lack. You start to think about, what if I go homeless? You start to think about all the negative things in your life, and you cannot find an edge in this situation. It does not exist. You cannot solve problems. You are no longer creative. You have given that all up. Okay? It's just like focusing on red cars. If you go outside, you're not going to really see any red cars. If you now are looking for the red cars, you're going to find a ton of them. The same thing goes with focusing on lack. If you start to be in a fear and scarcity-based consciousness, you will find the fear and scarcity in the world. You will hang around the average people that will validate your lack consciousness. And so you focus on lack, and then you start to get risk averse. Everything is about avoiding loss. You're so scared of losing things. Losing money is painful. Spending money is painful. You go to the grocery store, you pull out your card to buy $20 groceries, and you feel bad because your relationship with money is poor, because you don't believe you can get it back. Everything is fear and scarcity. This is where the masses get stuck. And so they're risk averse, and then they're scared to innovate. They never actually go outside of the box of what everybody else has done. But the best entrepreneurs in the world, the Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, the guys that have made hundreds of billions of dollars, they don't need that much money. The reason they're up there is because they like this process. They like to win the game, and they stay in the consciousness of innovating rather than just imitating. And so the masses go down this process here, and they never end up finding an edge. They're always in the box. Now, what does the other side look like? How do billionaires operate? How do the best entrepreneurs in the world find things before everybody else sees them? Now, we're going to put WC here for world class. The world class operates out of love and abundance. You might have heard this before, but do you actually understand it? Because when you operate out of love and abundance, something interesting happens. Not only are you focusing on the win, and so you're breeding these thoughts of winning, and so you find the people and opportunities around you. This is the law of attraction. You are focusing on winning. You're focusing on what is going to make you successful. Those are the thoughts you have in your head. You don't play out negative hypotheticals talking about how you're going to go homeless or how you're not going to be able to pay rent. You don't even allow that to enter your consciousness when you're operating out of a conscious of love and abundance. The world-class people do not have the luxury of having this negative self-talk, of being able to walk through negative hypotheticals. You cannot allow that to enter your consciousness. And so they focus on the win, they find the opportunities, they find the people, they put themselves in uncomfortable situations, and this is why the world-class win. But how do they find the edge? Because they get this penchant for risk, because they understand that I can get back anything I lose. This is the core belief. I can get back anything I lose. It doesn't matter if I lost all my money today, I can still make it back. I have the skills, I have the beliefs, I have the traits. And so many people think income is outside of anything but skills, beliefs, and traits. And that could not be further from the truth. If you want to make more money, you have to improve skills, beliefs, and traits. And that is it. If you improve your skills, beliefs, and traits, you're going to make more money. If you don't, you're not. Okay? And so they build this belief that I can get back anything I lose. And they also build the belief that I cannot fail, I can only learn and grow. I was 18 years old. We were literally about to raise VC capital. This was one of the most stressful situations of my entire life. I started to almost resent entrepreneurship in a way because it was taking control of everything. I felt that it was like a duty and I didn't enjoy showing up every day. And when you're 18 years old dealing with lawyers and tons of legal fees and trying to raise money, it's a very stressful situation until I literally repeated, I cannot fail, I can only learn and grow for months on end, built it into a foundation for my subconscious mind, and now I know for 100% fact, I cannot fail, I can only learn and grow. I don't care if this YouTube video gets 300 views. I'll learn from the data. You could comment some hate on this. I'll learn from the data. So understand that once you build this belief system of love and abundance in your default, when you have adversity and things going wrong is love and abundance, you turn on your creative flow because you are no longer scared to lose. You allow yourself to innovate. You allow yourself to do something that has never been done before, and you allow yourself to believe in something that may or may not happen, and so few people are willing to believe in something that may or may not happen. But the ones who are the ones who achieve the greatest things ever. So ask yourself, are you willing to go pro? Are you willing to repeat these things to yourself? People think it's crazy to use your own self-talk. I don't know. Do you want to go pro or do you want to be an amateur? And so at the end of the day, when you build this belief system, this equals creativity. You are not scared to lose. And so you allow yourself to go out and try something that has never been done before. The way Elon, the way Jeff Bezos think is that, hey, not is this something that has been done before? It's, is this possible by the laws of physics? If yes, I'm going to go do it. And that's it. The guy who ran the first 4-minute mile, nobody else had done it before. He ran the 4-minute mile. 10 other people ran a 4-minute mile within like the next month. Most people cannot innovate. Their belief system holds them back from truly being the first to something. And this is why I created TikTok Shop Automation. And now you know how to see edges, how to find competitive advantages. The question is, are you going to reprogram yourself? Are you going to tell yourself these things over and over until it's in a foundation of your subconscious mind? Or are you going to be an amateur?